Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK today. I hope you all are doing very well, and today we'll be discussing the most important MCQs for 14th of May 2024. Let's start with our session. The first question is, recently which organization adopted the first law to tackle the violence against women? This is A option, European Union. They have adopted their first law to combat the violence against women, and the law requires the European Union countries to criminalize the female genital mutilation, forced marriage and online harassment. However, the law does not include a common definition of rape. The EU Commission proposed the law in 2022. Fine. So recently European Union has adopted the first law to tackle violence against women. Now in the next slide we will see some women empowerment related current affairs. The first question is, in the recent decision by the Supreme Court, what percent of seats has been reserved specifically for women in the Bar Association Committee? Supreme Court has recently decided that 33% of the seats would be reserved now onwards for women in the Bar Association Committee. Recently, who were named the Women's and the Men's Player of the Year respectively at the 6th Annual Hockey India Awards. So at this event, the Women's Player of the Year award was given to Selima Tete, and the Men's Player of the Year award was given to Hardik Singh. Okay. Recently, which country's women's team clinched the gold medal in the Badminton Asia Team Championship? This is our country, India. Okay. Who has been appointed as the first female neutral umpire by the ICC for a bilateral series? This is Sue Redford. Fine. And this is the current affairs from February 2024. Recently, who became the first woman Vice Chancellor of Aligarh Muslim University? This is Professor Naima Khatun. She is the very first woman VC of the AMU. Okay. Next is, Hindon River recently seen in the news is the tributary of which particular river? Here answer would be Yamuna. It is the tributary of Yamuna River. Why it came into news? Because the National Green Tribunal has instructed the UP Pollution Control Board to present an additional report within 2 weeks on the Hindon River pollution by detailing the actions against the polluting municipal bodies. So Hindon is the tributary of Yamuna River, which spans in 400 kilometers from Saharanpur to Noida, and urban as well as agricultural along with industrial waste have rendered it as one of the most polluted stretches in the Ganga basin. Also don't forget that in the year 2015, the Central Pollution Control Board declared it as a dead river. What does it mean? Means it is unfit for bathing purpose. Okay, so Hindon River is a tributary of Yamuna River. Now in the next slide, let's see some of the important rivers that were in news. The first question is, Lakshman Tirth River recently seen in the news is the tributary of which river? So this is the tributary of Kaveri River. Noyag River recently seen in the news due to pollution is located in which Indian state? This river lies in Tamil Nadu. Jiyadal River recently seen in the news is the tributary of which river? It is the tributary of Brahmaputra. Tons River recently seen in the news is the largest and the most important tributary of which river? Again answer is Yamuna. It is the tributary of Yamuna River. Shahpur Kandi Dam project recently mentioned in the news is located on which river? This project lies on Ravi River. Okay. Next is Sunai Rupai Wildlife Sanctuary recently seen in the news is located in which Indian state? Here correct answer would be the Assam state. Why it came into news? Because the National Green Tribunal demands the Chief Secretary of Assam to identify the officers who are responsible for allowing the construction activities in the Sunai Rupai Wildlife Sanctuary. It was established in the year 1998 and the sanctuary lies in the Assam's Sonitpur district, which is adjacent to the Great Himalayan Range. Okay, so its climate is subtropical and it is prone to heavy rains and flooding from the rivers like Burhi Dihing and the Namchang. So NGT seeks accountability for jeopardizing this protected habitat? Fine. Simply we have to remember the location of Sunai Rupai Wildlife Sanctuary. It lies in the state of Assam. Now let's talk about the locations of some of the important wildlife sanctuaries that came into news in the year 2024. The first is Shergarh Wildlife Sanctuary, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? This wildlife sanctuary lies in Rajasthan. Kalisar Wildlife Sanctuary, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? It lies in Haryana. Next is Tail Valley Wildlife Sanctuary, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? It lies in Arunachal Pradesh. Wayanad Wildlife Sanctuary, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? It lies in Kerala. Sukhna Wildlife Sanctuary, recently seen in the news, is located in which state or the Union Territory? Sukhna Wildlife Sanctuary is found in Chandigarh. Fine. Next is, recently Mahamat Idris Deby has been elected as the president of which African country? Here correct answer would be the country Chad. Okay. So Mahamat Idris Deby Itno, who was a military dictator and the interim president of Chad, recently won the 2024 presidential election here, and he assumed the power in 2021 after his father, President Idris Deby, who was killed by the rebels. So Idris Deby ruled Chad for 30 years as a dictator, and Mahamat Idris Deby's victory will extend his rule for another 6 years. And this election result was announced by the National Election Management Agency, which announces his leadership. Okay, so who's the new president of the country Chad? This is Mahamat Idris Deby. Let's talk about some recent elections. Recently, Jose Raul Mulino has been elected as the new president of which country? He has been elected as the new president of the country Panama. Recently, who was elected as the chairman of the Athletics Commission of the Wrestling Federation of India? Here answer would be Narsingh Yadav. Recently, who has been re-elected to the International Narcotics Control Board for the term 2023-5 to 2030? This is Jagjit Pavadia. Okay, he has been re-elected to the International Narcotics Control Board for the next term. Recently, Simon Harris has been elected as the youngest Prime Minister of which country? He is the youngest Prime Minister of the country Ireland. Recently, who was unanimously elected as co-chair of the Digital Innovation Board of International Telecommunication Unions? Here answer is Neeraj Mittal. Fine. Next is, recently which country's ambassador inaugurated the Kohima Peace Memorial in the country Nagaland? Correct answer here is the country Japan, that is A option. In Nagaland, Japan's ambassador Hiroshi Suzuki and CM Neiphiu Rio inaugurated the Kohima Peace Memorial, which symbolizes the Japan-Nagaland collaboration, and it commemorates the World War II's Battle of Kohima, which signifies the peace and reconciliation. So Ambassador Suzuki here highlighted the battle's impact on Nagaland state and prayed for all the souls that were involved in this war. Also, he praised the monument's role in honoring the victims, and the event hold historical and educational significance by fostering the remembrance and respect. Okay, so Japan's ambassador has inaugurated the Kohima Peace Memorial in Nagaland. Okay, now here our keyword is ambassador, and now let's see some of the important ambassadors that were in news. The first one is, recently which former Indian cricketer has been appointed as the ambassador of ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2024? This is very famous player Yuvraj Singh. Okay, he has been appointed as the ambassador for this year's ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Recently, who has been appointed as India's next ambassador to the country Niger? This is Sita Ram Meena. Fine. Next is, recently who has been appointed as the new ambassador of India to the country Myanmar? Answer would be Mr. Abhay Thakur. Okay. Recently, who has been appointed as the ambassador of India to Russia? This is Mr. Vinay Kumar. Who is the new brand ambassador of Fit India movement? Answer is Mr. Narendra Kumar Yadav. Fine. Recently, what amount has India contributed to the United Nations Counter-Terrorism Trust Fund? So, India has contributed some $5 lakh to the United Nations Counter-Terrorism Trust Fund, and it underscores our commitment to combat the global terrorism. So United Nations Office of Counter-Terrorism was established in the year 2017 and it coordinates the counter-terrorism efforts worldwide. Also, it provides leadership and it enhances the coordination among the 38 entities by strengthening the capacity building assistance to the member states and advocates for resources. So this body ensures balanced implementation of the United Nations Global Counter-Terrorism Strategies pillars for effective global counter-terrorism. Fine. So India has contributed $5 lakh to the United Nations Counter-Terrorism Trust Fund recently. Let's see some India-related current affairs. How many medals were won by India in the Asian Open Pickleball Championships 2024? India has overall won 5 medals in this championship. Can you tell me the segregation? Means how many of them were gold, how many of them were silver, and how many of them were bronze. According to Global Electricity Review 2024 report, India surpassed which country to become the third largest solar power generator? This is the country Japan. As per this report, India has surpassed the country Japan and now India has become the third largest solar power generator. What is the rank of India in the World Press Freedom Index 2024? India ranks at 159th position in this index. Recently, which state launched the Nakshatra Sabha, which is India's first astro tourism campaign? This is Uttarakhand state. According to recently released OECD report, what is the expected growth rate of India's economy in 2024 to 25? As per this report, the Indian economy is expected to be accelerated at 6.6%. Okay. The next is Cadet Defense Systems has developed India's first kamikaze drone in collaboration with which organization? So India's first kamikaze drone has been developed by Cadet Defense Systems along with DRDO and it is a loitering aerial munition or you can say suicidal drone. So it loiters over the targets for precise identification and it is capable of changing the targets mid-flight or aborting the mission and it is adaptable to diverse terrains like deserts and high altitude areas. It has a 12-hour loitering capacity and a flying range of 150 to 300 kilometers. Fine. So they have developed India's first kamikaze drone in collaboration with DRDO. Now let's see some current affairs regarding first in news. First question is the same. Cadet Defense System has been developed India's first kamikaze drone in collaboration with DRDO. Which company has recently unveiled the CSIM, which is India's first large language model? Answer would be Setu. Where was UP's first traffic park recently opened? So UP's first traffic park has been opened recently in Prayagraj. Okay. In which district Tripura's first international cricket stadium is being constructed? This is West Tripura. Fine. Recently, the Indian Army and the Punit Balan Group collaborated to open the India's first Constitution Park in which city? This is the city of Pune. Fine. Bajrang Punia, who was in news recently, belongs to which sport? Everyone knows him. Here answer would be wrestling. Bajrang Punia is a wrestler. And why he came into news? Because United World Wrestling provisionally suspended Bajrang Punia, who is actually a Tokyo bronze medalist, until which time? Until 31st of December 2024 because of National Anti-Doping Agency order. Okay, National Anti-Doping Agency has already suspended him and NADA suspended Punia after he refused an anti-dope test on 23rd of April 2024. So Bajrang Punia's failure to respond to NADA's notice further complicates his situation and if cleared by NADA, Punia might still compete in the 2024 Paris Olympics, which would begin on 26th of July 2024. Okay, that's why Bajrang Punia came into news. He is a wrestler. Now let's see some sport related current affairs. The first question is, recently who secured a gold medal in the women's 10 meters air rifle at World Shooting Parasport Tournament in Changwon, Korea? This is Mona Agarwal. You can also be asked about the venue for the World Shooting Parasport Tournament. Answer would be Korea. Saurabh Ghoshal, who recently announced his retirement, is associated with which sport? Saurabh Ghoshal is a squash player. Bindya Rani Devi, who was recently in news, belongs to which sport? She is a weightlifter. B. Sai Praneeth, who recently announced his retirement, is associated with which sport? B. Sai Praneeth was a badminton player and recently he has announced his retirement. Faiz Fazal, who was recently seen in the news, is associated with which sport? He is a cricketer. Okay. Which day is celebrated as National Technology Day every year? So India celebrates National Technology Day on 11th of May, commemorating its advancement in technology. It marks India's entry into the nuclear club, which is the maiden flight of its indigenous aircraft and the successful testing of the Trishul missile. Fine. So this year, what was the theme for National Technology Day? The theme was from schools to the startups. Okay. So this theme actually emphasizes means how to foster the innovation among the youth. So National Technology Day is celebrated every year on 11th of May. This year the theme is from schools to startups. Now let's see some questions regarding days and themes. Which day is observed as the World Red Cross and the Red Crescent Day? Answer is 8th of May. Which day is celebrated as National Panchayati Raj Day? Answer is 24th of April. What is the theme of World Earth Day 2024? First of all, this day is celebrated every year on 22nd of April, and this year the theme is Planet versus Plastics. Fine. Which day is celebrated as National Civil Service Day every year? Answer is 21st of April. Which day is celebrated as the World Art Day every year? This is 15th of April. Okay. Recently, the world's largest direct air capture plant, Mammoth, has started operations in which country? This is the country Iceland, that is A option. The Mammoth direct air capture and storage plant operated by the Climeworks in Iceland country. It is the second commercial DAC plus S plant by the Climeworks, and this technology captures the carbon dioxide directly from the atmosphere, and it is distinct from the capture at emission points. CO2 can be permanently stored underground or it can be utilized in other matters as well, and carbon dioxide removal activities are crucial for achieving the net zero carbon dioxide emission as per the IPCC 6th assessment report, right? So the world's largest direct air capture plant, Mammoth, has started their operations in the country Iceland. Now let's see some international current affairs. First question is, argan tree recently seen in the news is native to which country? Correct answer here is Morocco. And why it came into news? Because on 10th of May, International Day of Argania is celebrated worldwide, which actually honors the ancient argan tree that has thrived in Morocco for 80 million years. And these trees are very important to the local economy and environment. The day aims to raise awareness about their significance, benefits and the challenges they encounter. Okay, so argan tree is native to Morocco. Which country's third aircraft carrier, Fujian, recently completed its maiden sea trial after 6 years of construction? This is the country China. The newest aircraft carrier of China, which is Fujian, completed its maiden sea trial after 6 years of construction. It was launched in the year 2022 as a Type 003 carrier, and it boasts a displacement of nearly 80,000 metric tons, surpassing the Shandong and Liaoning in size. Unlike its predecessor, Fujian features a catapult-assisted takeoff barrier-arrested recovery system, which is expected to carry advanced aircraft like Shenyang J-15 fighters and the JL-10 trainer jets, despite being conventionally powered. Okay, so this is the country China. Recently, which country has requested the US to change its classification from non-market economy to market economy? This is Vietnam country. Recently, which country's men's team won the 11th Thomas Cup by defeating Indonesia? This is the country China. Recently, which country clinched men's AFC Under-23 Asian Cup 2024 by defeating Uzbekistan country? This is Japan. Okay. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Minu Sahadsana signing off.